What you want? What you want? Come on. What you want?
What's going on, everybody? It's Feral Black. I'm bringing you another review. This time it's of the SH Monster Arts Alien vs. Predator Wolf Predator figure, or on the box it's titled Predator Wolf. Comes in a standard SH Monster Arts box. Well, I wouldn't say standard, but for at least the last two releases, this and the Alien figure, this is what the box pretty much looked like. So, window here showing some of the things that you get inside. Pictures on the side and on the back here. This one has a lot of, it has Japanese writing, but a lot of American writing as well, even though this is imported from Japan. So, well, that's about it for the box. I'm going to crack this baby open and we'll see if it's better than any of the other Predator figures we have gotten so far. Okay, here's the figure out of the box, and I've zoomed in quite closely. The reason being is that I want you to see all of the sculpting on the inside of the mouth back there. It's very nice. I don't think a lot of Predator figures actually detail that enough. Also, I want you to see this line here, because what you can do is you can actually remove these mandibles and replace them with the more like screaming or when he roars. So what you want to do is just pull those off like so. They're actually, you know, on that square type peg right there, and you're going to take these, you're just going to plug them in. Now they work well, but they are pretty difficult to actually get in. You don't really want to break the thinner parts of the plastic trying to get them in. Let's see. Especially that round peg, you don't really want to break that. There he is roaring. The roar, I don't know. I don't think I like the way it looks. I mean, it's uneven, and then it has that line right there where you can see where, you know, it plugs in at and everything. So I don't know. That's not really something that I like. So I think I might not, I probably won't use that at all. So take these back out and replace them with the ones that it comes on the figure, just standard. Be careful again, like I said, with these pegs. You really don't want to break them. If you break the peg, you're probably going to break the peg off into the hole that it goes into, and you're just going to probably be out of luck. So that looks a lot better in my opinion. Also, some things to watch out for are these knee pads. These knee pads tend to pop out. I'm just going to hit mine with a dot of crazy glue or something and get them to stay on, but they do come off. And I want to let you know that this shoulder pad here is actually connected to that strap. As you see, it looks like mine's is getting some wear on it already, so you might break that thing. Those things you definitely want to watch out for. Okay, here's some of his accessories. This is the staff when it's not extended. It's painted in a nice gold color here, metallic gold. It has all of these etchings and design in it. It's pretty nice. Blades here, painted silver, nice silver here in the middle. It's painted very nicely. Has a hole here for it to plug somewhere on his body or what have you. I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure um, it'll work out okay. He also has an extended spear, same markings and everything, but this time it's just extended. It's more silver paint used on this version, obviously. No hole to plug it to his body, because I guess he would just be using it, holding his hands on it or whatever. Be careful with this. This is a very brittle plastic. That's about as much flex as you're going to get with it, so be careful. He also has a coiled whip. Nice silver paint job, spikes as you know, it coils up. It looks all rigid and everything. A nice bronze handle with the blue paint on it or whatever. It's pretty nice. Here's a peg here to plug it onto the figure. So I'm glad to have that because we have an extended whip. Same handle and everything. There's nowhere to plug the whip onto his body. It's pretty flexible, but it's not bendy or anything. So I mean, you get some flex to it, but that's about it. It's not bendy at all as far as staying in position. He has, I want to say this is a medical gun. I have not seen Alien vs. Predator in years. It's not one of my favorite Predator movies, so I forget what it is he did with this, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did. It was for some medical reason, or maybe stuck it in and took a sample or something. I forget. I don't know, sue me. But he comes with this. It's a nice silver color, again with the bronze on top. The jar here is clear, so I think that's pretty nice. Silver on top. And he also comes with this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think he poured this into the water or something. I forget, but he comes with this here. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure we have a use for it. So I mean, don't get upset at me because I don't remember. I didn't go and read the movie. I mean, watch the movie or read the book, so I could come and bring you the review. I mean, it escapes my mind at the moment. But he also comes with two of these. These are extended blades, and they go into his, his gauntlet with the two blades, whatever. He has two of them. So that is it for accessories. He also has a bunch of hands, and I will show those off to you one by one. All right, first up, this hand. All of his right hands except one are gripping hands. So a lot of them, they're like standard looking hands, but they're going to grip different things that he comes with. They all look a little different. See how the thumb is out on this one. This one here, he has the thumb down, and this other one is like a more loose grip. And he also comes with one with the finger sticking out in the front. They're all for different things. He has two of the open hands like this. Here's the other one. There's two of those. This one has the design on top, the armor. It's pretty nice. And then he has two other holding hands. One with a more open grip and one with a tighter grip. So that is it for hands. He also comes with this. This is the alternate head. It's pretty nice. It's a silver. I think it has some bronze in it, very lightly. You can kind of tell it a little bit under different lights, but this is pretty much the helmet. You can see his the top of his head under here. Doesn't come off. It's stuck to his face, but you're able to swap the heads out and give him his helmeted look. It's pretty nice. It does not have the screen look to the eyes. It's just painted one solid color, which is gray. But it's pretty decent. The tendrils, they are movable, but they don't have the flex that the like the NECA figure. They don't have the flex that figure has. The gold here is nice and everything, but that's pretty much it. That's the alternate head. But let's move on to the articulation and wrap this thing up. Okay, articulation goes as the head can move left to right. Now, once in a while, this thing is just going to be in the way. You're going to actually be moving that with it. So you're going to kind of have to see. That's another thing that happens. The mandible will fall off. So I'm not going to keep fooling around with this thing. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. If you pull up on the neck a little bit and back, you're able to get him to look forward, back down again. So he has a nice range. If you can get that to move. But the dreads here, whatever you want to call it, the tendrils, they're not as pliable as I would like them to be. So it's shoulder articulation. He can move his arms totally upward. Now this thing here is attached to it's that little leather piece here. That's actually attached. So you're only going to get the arm up to about there without probably breaking this thing off of the pieces attached to. So you really want to be careful with that. He has a bicep swivel, outward shoulder movement. Both arms have the shoulder movement. They both have the bicep swivel. So that's pretty nice. He has double jointed elbows there. And then here. The gauntlet does not swivel, but the hand does swivel. It moves around in like a circle also because it's on a ball joint. You get to the ab here. He has an ab crunch. His ab crunch is pretty damn decent too. You can move him down to about right there. And then here he has like a ball rocker joint. So he can rock back and forth like that. He can turn, or he can just bend even more forward. So you can get him all the way down like that. So that's pretty decent. Here with his upper thighs, be careful again with these pieces because they're glued on. And then mine are tending to pop off. But what you want to do is you can move his leg upward to about right there. As far as his leg is going to go. Unless what you do is you pull down on it like so, and then you get it to move a little further. You can probably get him out to about right there. And if you manipulate this thigh swivel, which happens to be on both legs, you can pretty much get him into another pose. You can get his leg up to about right there. You just want to watch out for that top plating right there for his armor. Outward movement of the thigh. I'm going to get him to about there. So that's pretty good. And once you do that, you're going to pretty much have him with these gaps in the upper thigh. Just push back up. Just be careful and carefully just push back up on them like that, and there you go. You have them in place. Double jointed knees. No swivels there. It feels like it wants to swivel right here at the top of the armor for the shin, but it doesn't. Now here is some type of double joint where it's on a ball at the top and at the bottom. So you kind of get a little bit of movement out of it. Toe movement, swivels back and forth. And that's pretty much it. Other things, see, his mandibles are popping out. This, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me pop. Well, actually, I'm just going to show you now. See, pop his head off. Be careful with that. Do not break that little peg. It's a very tiny peg. You do not want to break it. Pop it off like so. And pretty much the same thing to pop it on. Well, while I have it off, let me go and show you something else. You have his gun back here. It folds in like so. You're able to move it upward. You're able to move it outward. Back up again. So You're going to pretty much get a nice range out of it. It turns at the top right here. So, you know, it's pretty decent. You can even turn down there at that peg. I'm pretty sure you can unpeg it. But, you know, be careful with this stuff. This stuff is on a lot of small pegs. This is connected to the armor. You're not removing this stuff. So, don't try. Again, with this thing is a stiff piece of plastic. It's very, very nerve-wracking in my opinion. I'm sorry. It bothers the hell out of me. That's my opinion of the whole thing. Now, to get this head back on, these tendrils are very stiff. It is very difficult to get the head back down just flat. I just can't get it. Be right back. Okay, I went ahead and snazzed them up for you. In doing so, I added the whip. Coil whip goes on the hip. You just take the plug, push it into a little hole on his hip, and it stays on pretty nicely, very tight. I used a peg on his back to plug the staff in at the top. Be careful when you do it, because the peg and the hole are almost identical. Like they're the same size. Like, seriously, man, you have to really be careful when you put that on. Don't break that peg. Also, something I didn't know, but I want to point out to you guys before we end this, is that this is actually on a ball joint. So see, I didn't know that at first. And if you look closely, let's see if I can zoom in on this. If you look closely, you can see that piece of brown right there moving with it. It's a separate piece that this is on. So actually be careful, because you can move that thing to the back or to the front, I guess, depending on what it is you're actually trying to do with the figure. So I think that's pretty nice. It's a pretty cool touch. So I think that, in all fairness, I should point that out, especially that I figured it out a little late. But it happens sometime when you're doing a review, and the same way that you guys are just now seeing the figure, it's the same way I just took it out of the box. I kind of wanted to share that experience with you. So I'm sorry if I kind of screwed the review up by doing so. I was just excited about this figure, and I figured you guys, I wanted to share it with you. So the blades here, very simple. Just grab them, pull up on them, pull out. Very simple. The extended blades, all you have to do is push them in at an angle and down, and they're in. He has two of them, so they're not hard to do at all. I like that part a lot. They extend a lot more than the NECA blades, and you're not really you're stuck. The one thing I don't like with this figure and the NECA figure is that you're pretty much stuck with the blades on the sides of his hands. There's really no, he can't gut anything like that, and that bothers me a bit. But what can you do? That opens up. No type of glyphs or whatever, no countdown or anything. You're pretty much left to the imagination for that. Maybe a customizer can come through and hook that up for you. Here on the side, you want it's a little pouch. You want to take your stuff and you're going to stick that in there like so. And that's pretty much it. I think that I like the figure a lot more now that I dressed them all up and got them looking all nice and everything. I think I like this figure a lot more. And the more that you mess around with it, the better off, you are. You won't jump to a conclusion. Like I said, pretty good. Like I'm saying now, pretty good. At first I was kind of but it's pretty good. The problems that I had in the beginning are still the same problems mostly. Those mandibles, oh, they are horrible. I won't lie to you. I mean, it was a great idea. I just think the execution was a little off. Oh, also, as you notice, I didn't put this back on them. This thing is a headache. If this would have been real rope, I would have, it would have been a lot better. I would have just left it on. But, I mean, I might put it back on anyway, but it was just a bunch of hassle. So stick around for the pics, because you're going to want to see them, so you can see the weapons and how he uses them and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. It's Pharaoh Black, and as always, peace and love.